3, 2, 1. Welcome to The Dance, y'all. This is a podcast centered around the world of tree climbing competition and those that devote their lives to its pursuit. We're proud to share some stories of bells rung, swings had, ascenders that clanked, and the future of our craft. Harness up and get ready to sound the horn. This is the Smooth Saw. All right, welcome back to the newest episode of the Smooth Saw podcast. I'm Jeff Inman. My co-host Evan Beck will be joining here in a few minutes. We're going to jump in and review the new updates for the 2026 ISA International Tree Climbing Championship rulebook. And that is set to release and be our new set of rules valid from the 1st of October in 2026. So a week before ITCC kicks off in St. Louis, Missouri for the 50th anniversary. So there's not a ton of updates. What updates there are, we spend a healthy amount of time kind of diving into them and really, given our perspective, but also with some of it, we reached out to some of the rules committee to talk about some stuff. So beginning of the podcast, we're probably going to be doing some catch up and, we haven't recorded in a little bit because life has been crazy on both sides of life. But this was a great way to hop back in and record something for you all. So hopefully you find this impactful. We, certainly appreciate any and all of feedback and the listens and the shares and all that kind of stuff. So thank you in advance. Thank you to our sponsors, Atmos Tree, for putting 2 trees into the ground for us recording this podcast. So if you're unfamiliar with them, check out Atmos Tree. Mainly geared towards, again, not just residential, but tree care companies that remove trees. They're a service that plants trees, 2 trees for every 1 tree that's removed. So being a sponsor of the podcast, they plant 2 trees for every episode we release. So thank you to Atmos Tree. Thank you to ARB Session. You can use our hashtag with ARB Session, hashtag SmoothSaw. That will get you a little bit of a discount on some gear. A lot of cool stuff on the website. A lot of new stuff's been dropping. So that's really, really awesome. And cruise on over to ARB Session, get ARBsessed, ARBsession.com. Casey and the team, amazing customer service, have tons of stuff in stock, and really, really, really appreciate just how they run a business. Lots of smiley faces on lots of stuff. So ARBsession.com. Also, Cront Vertical Living. We'll wind up showing the bag later on in the episode, but Cront's got a brand new Cross Pro bag that has been released. If you're into that style bag, this is a pretty sick update that we made for the Cross Pro. The internal straps are removable and you can move them, so not everything's tied in. The mesh is a little bit different on the wings of the bag. On the inside, it opens on both sides of those mesh pockets, which is cool. The gear racking's slightly different. There's a removable helmet bag, which I don't use for my helmet. I tend to use it to hold all sorts of other trinkets and friction savers, basal anchors, stuff like that kind of go in there. The shoulder straps are adjustable now, which is great, especially for a wider range of fit for people. Waist belt's a little bit nicer, and it's fully integrated into the bag now, and it's got a little snack pouch on the right hand side. But one thing to note, that the Bjorn Baby clips, the rope clips. It comes with this extension on it because the clip is different where it's actually on the shoulder strap versus the connector, the male connector that's on the cross bags. So don't unclip that and then throw it away because you do need that extension to baby be on your stuff. But anyway, new update, few different colors. You can find it at arbsession.com. All the, I saw on Instagram today that they have them in stock. So cruise on over there. Use our hashtag to get you a little bit of a discount off that. And great new drop from Quran. So thank you also to Quran for sponsoring the podcast, and we appreciate it. With Quran as well, don't forget that if you are a person that climbs on the Kalimba splice or on the Kalimba rope, that the splice has been recalled, and reach out to Quran for the feedback or the recall form because it is a slightly different form than what was initially released with the recall. So there's one for Europe, one for North America specifically. Get that new form, get your stuff sent in. Please don't climb on the splice of Kalimba. There's been a couple instances where the splice rather had an issue, and no one was hurt, thankfully. At least that I'm aware of, no one was hurt, and this was definitely very much a precautionary, get everything back in to replace and get good stuff back out. So I appreciate Krant for owning that because that's not a little thing that they're going through right now. So, but yeah, if you climb on Kalimba, as so many do, and like that high splice that so many do, please send that in and get that taken care of. So, finally, big shout out to Fellowship for the intro tunes. Thank you, as always, for the music and letting us use that to hype everybody up coming in. And we appreciate it. So thank you. And I hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you enjoy us diving into the rule book, us catching up, for however long that's going to be. And hopefully you're into what we're doing. And again, sorry for a bit of delay, and I'm sure we'll wind up talking about it as well. But thanks for your time. Enjoy the podcast, and let's learn about the new rules. There he is. I'll finish the intro later.
Okay. Perfect timing.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know when he's coming in, so I'll just go ahead and start.
I was gonna say I'll come back.
No, you're good. You're good. How are you?
Tired, like everybody else in the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about
you?
Yourself?
Look tired.
Thanks.
Yeah. We're just gonna be going over, this little thing called the rule book tonight. So
yeah, perfect.
Thankfully, there's not a lot of updates, so that's helpful.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, I'm also tired. I'm freaking exhausted.
Yeah,
and covered in poison ivy.
Oh,
like from here down.
You swimming in a bath of calamine?
No, I woke up at 3:30, something like that this morning, and ran downstairs and tried to I've got some Zanfel and Tecnu, and I was just doing everything I could.
Yeah.
And it would relieve the pain for 3 minutes and then right back. So I just hopped in the truck and drove up to the ER and got a shot.
Ugh.
So
nice.
Yeah.
Shot you get it bad, don't you?
Well, I mean, fairly bad, but this was a job I did on Friday, and it was a job that Zach started, and he got poison ivy real bad from it because it's basically the main. We were producing this half the tree fell out, so we were bringing the whole thing down to a 30-foot spar to leave for wildlife habitat.
Yeah,
but right there is an ocean of poison ivy.
Oof.
everywhere underneath is an ocean of poison ivy. So 6-7 hours in
In the
all
heat.
that. It was just,
Yeah.
oh
Where
yeah,
all your pores are just open up
oh
and
yeah.
yeah.
Well, that was the other thing. That's the closest I've come to passing out like in a while, and I almost did it 3 times on that job site.
Dang it.
Like it's amazing how we go an hour and a half east of us here in Richmond, and how much hotter
Yeah.
it can be. Like
Yeah.
um, just in direct sunlight, wielding my 500 with 36 on it. It's just like, ooh, this is why we train now. That's why
Yeah.
we exercise, and
Yeah.
if I didn't do that, I probably would have passed out.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. No doubt. Yeah. I was doing a takedown on Friday. Kind of the same thing. I think it was actually here in town. And I texted Jen. I said, I'm out of water. Could you bring me some more?
Yeah.
So, one of those things.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
oh, it's kind of nice to be in town. I can just have my wife stop by.
Oh yeah. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
I'd had to like Uber
Yeah.
Eats jugs of water over.
Yeah.
I mean, thankfully the crane operator we were working with, I mean, it sucks because he's retiring soon, but he like carries around coolers full of extra snacks and drinks and stuff for
Yeah.
the climber and the rest of the team. So
Nice.
that was kind of clutch.
Yeah.
But he did come over on one of the breaks I took, and he's like, "Hey, why are we still doing this? Like, why are we still moving forward?" He's like, "Why do you all like choose to like do this?"
Yeah.
And immediately I was like, "Stupidity." Like, stupidity. And then he's like, "Well, probably some determination." I was like, "That's closely coming in number 2,
Yeah.
is being
Stubborn.
determined
I'd
to
call it
finish this."
stubbornness, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Determination's a better adjective.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, stupidity with stubbornness, you know, and then it is fun. But
Yeah. Yeah.
on jobs like that, I'm more. There's not really a whole lot of fun, but other than
Yeah.
just making crane picks and moving that stuff out. But
Yeah. Take away the poison ivy and the heat.
yeah,
Would have been
yeah,
a pretty sweet job, I'm
yeah,
sure.
would have been cool. Would have been a lot cooler. Oh, and then lightning struck. Yeah, 5 miles away while I was still tied in. It was sick.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
yo.
Came down, broke it down, got out of there, and
Yeah. Waited.
what a Friday! What a
Did you
Friday!
did you guys wait it out or did you have to come back?
No, we had just made the last cut.
Oh, well, nice.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
timing.
I was tied. He couldn't pick the last piece of wood, so I stayed tied into him, and we just bombed out like probably I don't know, 12,000-pound log into the yard,
Wow.
and yeah, and we're like, all right, let's go.
Oh, hey, look at that.
Let's go.
Time to go.
Ran
Dang.
right over to Zach's house, took a 30-minute long shower, didn't do a thing.
No.
Didn't do. Well, I mean, maybe it did do it. Maybe it kept it from being even worse than it was.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Wow.
So
Mm-mm-mm.
anyway,
Buddy I used to work with, his name is also Evan. Shout out shout out to Evan Oyster, but he would get poison ivy reactions so bad. He looked like a leper. Like his skin was literally just bubbling and peeling off. Remember him going to the ER. Same thing. Man, I felt so bad for him that day. That was the last time he got anywhere close. Like if we were doing a job and it was even sniffing to be in the woods or poison ivy, he's like, nope, I'll be on the grapple the whole time. Not good enough.
Yeah, we've had a few over the years. Well, I've got one guy at True Timber now who still is like, he looks like he just smoked too much weed. Like his eyes get like so swollen and closed.
Oof.
But it's not that he gets into poison. I mean, he may outside of work, but that's not why his eyes are swollen shut. But I've had guys over the years where I'm just like, if I get a call that there's poison ivy, I'm like, on my way. Like, don't go anywhere close to it. I get it pretty bad, but I don't get it as bad as
Yeah.
some of these folks. So
Yeah. Huh.
it's actually the first time I ever used my RC grapple, like the notch version of the hook.
Yeah.
I was on a project and the team leader was super allergic to poison ivy and just didn't even want to use the tree as a satellite tie-in for the tree we were working in anyway.
Mm.
But we had to the tree we were satelliting out of, we had to deadwood as well. And I was like, oh man, I just got this hook. Like I'll get up above the poison ivy, huck it down, snag a limb, and then just walk down to it. Just keep my rope in a bag, go over,
Wow.
make the cut, drop out, and never even touched it. And I was like, oh, that was cool.
This worked.
Yeah, I've talked so much crap over those hooks over the years, and yeah, I felt like Bristow, except he's in coconuts at the beach, and I'm in a
Right. Sweating your ass off
heavy-covered
on it.
post oak. Yeah.
Have you used it on any other
Oh yeah.
climb? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Finding more use for it?
Yeah, I had a project where we were removing. Gosh, how many trees did we remove? We probably removed like 20 trees in this backyard, and they were all over 100 feet, like 100, 120 feet tall. And I mean, they're right on the water, but they were so tall that we couldn't fell them, so we had to go up and just throw 40-foot tops out of these things. And so I went up one and got a high tie in and threw a hook to one tree,
Sick.
ran over, blew a top, descent, threw a hook over into the next one,
Yeah.
blew a top. I was able to I think I did 13 trees, 14 trees in a day because of that. I wasn't able to hook to all of them, but I would go up into one and hit a grove of 4 or 5, come down, climb. So I probably only climbed 3 times.
Dang.
And then was able to hook my way around. So
that's sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Huh.
No free ads, Notch. I mean, unless you want to sponsor the pod, but yeah.
Yeah.
I've used the captain hook before, and I don't like how big it is. That's why I got the RC grapple.
Yeah, because it condenses down. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
For sure.
So it's kind of neat.
Yeah. Knowing me, I definitely get the DMM hook just stuck on everything as I'm getting through the canopy.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it'd be a pretty sweet little piece of kit.
Yeah. I can just hear everybody now just being like, oh, you just say be better, Jeff. Just be better with the captain hook. Yeah. I mean, for years, I just tied a fat monkey's fist in the tail of my rope and just threw it into a tight union.
Yeah.
And poor man hooked it over there.
For sure.
So
that's all.
Any of you new climbers that are thinking about that, going and buying a hook, you just tie a fat knot in the end of your rope and you don't have to go buy anything. Now it's stuck. There's not really a great way to get it undone. So you're going over there. But
you're committed.
I did that. How long have I been doing this now? 15 years. I probably didn't start messing with a hook till maybe 3 or 4 years ago, and I got my RC hook a year and a half ago.
Nice.
So, yeah. So you can do a lot of really cool tree work without the hook. But then I see again what Bristow does in those coconuts, and I'm like, well, that actually is pretty clutch for that scary looking work. Yeah.
One day.
Yeah. One day it would be cool. Yeah. Also plug him because his Instagram account got locked out.
Yeah.
So if you don't know who Drew Bristow is, DB Tree, which is now DB Tree 2.0 on Instagram, go give him a follow, a share. Amazing tree climber and arborist, and has a tree company down in Fiji, and has just done some of the most rad adventures on. He descended into a volcano years ago, doing volcano research. So A lot of really awesome information.
Wasn't it the Canary Islands? Is that what it was called? The one with the
Easter Island?
Thank you, Easter Island.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The one with the crazy statues and that like it's incredibly limited access.
Yeah, super limited access, super remote. That whole island has a really, really neat story. Well, depressing and sad, but just about civilization and overuse of resources, and could absolutely dovetail us into a very long podcast. It's not remotely relevant to what we were wanting to talk about, but a cool story.
Yeah,
that also had an Englishman descend into one of its volcanoes.
Crazy.
So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
How the heck else have you been? We've been busy. Haven't done much potting lately.
No. I mean, super happy my equipment guy is back. Even if it's in more of a limited capacity, so I can stop working 70-hour weeks.
Yeah.
And I mean, like for the month of let's see, I was off I took the first week of August off for family vacay. So last week was my first week in August working. And I climbed more in the first 2 days of working in August than I did in all of July. I think, yeah. I mean, I pulled a handful of trees off houses because we have a storm that's hitting us right now. So if I disappeared, that's why. But we've had these I don't want to say the H word because I don't want to invite that storm into our life with what we have going on. But we've had so much just these afternoon thunderstorms come in and rock us. I wouldn't say rock us. It's just enough damage to be annoying and
to just keep getting more. And it's not a bad thing, but it is a grind.
But what was cool during July, while I was hating life, not climbing trees and just elbows deep in equipment for a month and running around town, it was cool how our team stepped up and was just knocking everything out. We didn't have a lot of accidents.
Heck yeah.
There weren't, we got a lot of work done. So it was honestly probably the first time in my career at True Timber where I've had a crazy month and it hasn't been something around tree work. It's been whether it's my manager part of my job or it's the equipment side of stuff.
Yeah. Nice.
Now it forced us to go disappear into the mountains for a week and evaluate life with no cell service, and it was glorious. It was so glorious.
Yeah.
Did a bunch of rock climbing and swimming and paddling and jumping off rocks into water. So
bet the kids were going nuts.
Oh, had a blast.
Yeah.
The Airbnb had a pool table in the basement, so we would get back. That's all Cedar wanted to do was play pool.
Just play pool.
He wanted to jump off rocks into the lake.
Yep.
Jump off our paddleboard into the lake, rock climb, and play pool.
Nice.
It's
that's sweet.
That's it. When Kelsey and I were talking about work stuff, I was like, when I came back from Germany and said I want to live like Bettis and just disappear into the woods and just go climb trees, I was like, we're close. This is it. There's plenty of trees, there's plenty of rocks. We could, we just stay out here. That'd be cool.
Where'd you guys go?
We so the New River Gorge in Fayetteville, West Virginia. About 20 miles north of that is Summersville Lake. So it's a big dammed up lake. It's got 80 foot, 100 foot cliffs that just rise right up out of the water. We did not jump off those. Kelsey was not okay with that.
Yeah, not a fan.
Like, not it. I mean, we walked like we got there at Monday afternoon. The first thing we did was like, because we stayed like kind of like right on the lake, but you can't like get down directly to the water. There was like a little service road. But we found this trail that went up because I saw on Google Maps that there was this thing called Jumping Rock, like right next to where we were staying. So I was like, oh, we gotta go find that. Like, I was like, Kelsey, we got to jump in. She's like, hold on.
But
so
let's get there first.
Yeah, we go down this trail, and you know, it's funny because we saw firsthand. If we didn't need this to explain again, we saw firsthand the risk aversion differences between her and I. Because I'm just like, the kids got to learn. Like the kids need to learn like what fear is, how to deal with fear, how to handle that. And she's like, yeah, but they don't need to die. I'm like, well, yeah, I get that. Like, I know they don't need to die. I'm not saying we kill them. Like, I'm saying we just like let them be a little afraid. Like, so anyway, what I didn't do to help the situation though is in the weekend, like that weekend while Kelsey's at work, I was watching cliff jumping videos with the kids on YouTube of people doing backflips at the exact place we were going.
Nice.
So I got the kids stoked on cliff jumping, which was my bad. 1000% my bad.
Sorry, Kels.
So we find Jumping Rock, and it's 80 feet off the water, but it's a clean line. It's a clean line. Like there's no rock. Because the thing is, like at Summersville Lake, the water, you go 6 feet off the cliff edge and it drops 150 feet down. Like there's like nothing. Super clear water, crazy deep lake. And I'm like, Kelsey's totally fine. She's like, we haven't swam down there. We haven't paddleboarded down to that point. We don't know. I'm like, it's called Jumping Rock. Like, I got a good, like, broad jump. I'll just make sure she's like, absolutely not. Like, what happens if you get hurt? There's no one else out on the water. I'm like,
fine.
This is 40-year-old and 37-year-old Jeff and Kelsey going and playing in the mountains. 20 years ago, it'd have been like, I'd already been flying through the water. I would already jumped. I'd already been swimming back. Like, probably climbing back up the face. So,
yeah, for sure.
But the kids did great. Like, we found some like 6-foot rocks that they could jump off of, and they had a blast.
Nice.
Got them on rock for the first time. We did 2 days out in the gorge, which was cool, rock climbing. So it's like their whole lives, without them really realizing it, we have been kind of training them for this. To be have strong legs and bodies to be resilient, handle these approaches. Like, I've been taking them into trees since they were 1 year old. So like them being at height and on rope is new
thing.
It's just super normal. Like, we climb trees, we climb, like, go to the climbing gym, stuff like that. So they're like, but they've never actually been on rock. So but man, they took right to it.
Heck
like just their body awareness, and like, there are a few times they were like dropping knee in and doing stuff to pull their hips into the wall and making these, very intuitive to them. But it took me a while as a rock climber to learn how to do a lot of that stuff. And they just did it. I mean, they're just cruising these. I don't know how much you know about rock climbing grades, but like it starts at, I guess 5.0 is the easiest thing. That's almost like climbing up a ladder. And then now they're pushing like 5.16. So moderate climbing is considered 5.9.
5.9.
Well, that's like easy. Easy climbing is like 5.5 to 5.8. Moderates are like 5.9 through 5.11. and they're just cruising 5.7s. I mean, they're just, because they're so short, we had to help them up a little bit.
Sure.
And dude, I've never had so much fun climbing such easy stuff. Like this stuff that like I would 1,000% solo in my youth and not think twice about it. And I'm like doing all this like really, like, oh, it's just we gotta be safe. And then the last day we were there, this thunderstorm starts rolling down through the gorge, and so trying to, bail out of there, pack the kids up, and get them. I'm like, Kelsey, I'll tear all this down. Like, you get the kids, straight, get them underneath this, rock overhang, so y'all can stay dry. And she's like, how are you gonna get all this cleaned up by yourself? Like, because I had 2 ropes set on 2 routes side by side. I'm like, well, now we're in my day job. Like, I cinched a running alpine up against the anchor.
Yeah.
And I didn't have like tree climbing stuff, but I had a couple ascenders. So I just stacked 2 ascenders together on the rope, made a little, shoulder lanyard clipped in, and just like climbed the rope or climbed the rock and, rope soloed my way up.
Nice.
Took all the hardware off, jammed a knot up against the rings up at the anchor, big swing over toward the other side down, and came down. And I got down. I'm just laughing. I'm getting dumped on. Like there's lightning coming through, and I'm just laughing. Because it's like, what? I'm like, when we were coming out here, like all the time, 10, 15 years ago, there's not a world where I would have been, where I would have come up with that solution like that, or have been as comfortable doing it. And I was like, it's just really cool to see how tree climbing and rope climbing has now it benefits my rock climbing, because it never did before. Sure. Other than just like all this stuff I'm carrying on my harness is lighter than the chainsaw. So it's, I'm not going to give it so pumped, but I don't know. It was cool. It was just cool to move through the mountains again, and
heck yeah.
Have some fun personal goals now set for the next year that are around rock climbing. So
nice.
I haven't had that in a while.
For you or for the kids? Or both?
For both. It started out as mainly just for me, because I just missed it a bunch. But now, like, we've joined the climbing gym, and like I've been going before work. Like I shot you the other day. I didn't go before on Friday, and I'm pretty friggin' happy that I didn't do that before going and getting in that tree. But going and climbing from 6 to 7 before work. And then just trying to get the kids out on rock. Like, it'd be great if we could go out there all the time, but it's 4.5 hours away. So that's right. It's doable. If we were a normal family and Kelsey didn't work on the weekends, then it could totally be a weekend trip. But
that's about halfway for both of us.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know. I already looked that up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I knew that already. Kelsey, we're talking about just like future plans, and like what do I want to do when I grow up? And I was like, well, what do I want to do? What I really want to do is buy a house out here in Fayetteville, and across the street, like hit the house from across the street. The Becks live there. And she's like, that won't ever happen. I was like, well, probably not. But you asked me what I want to do, and that's what I want.
You didn't ask me that question.
Yeah. It's an hour further for y'all. It's 5.5 from Kent and 4.5 for us. So
nice.
Yeah. So, dude, but it's cool cheap out there.
Yeah,
it's
for sure.
It's not anything else to do other than adventure, but it's property's cheap, food's cheap, like simple living. That is our retirement plan. We will retire from our nonsense jobs that we do and go disappear into the mountains.
Be one.
And I'll go back to contract climbing a little bit, and it'll be great.
Life
It'll be
is
great.
good. Yeah. Heck yeah.
How are you?
Well, just busy like you. In different ways, but busy all the same. Excited to be growing my team of trainers. We hired one in the Eastern PA area. He's about through onboarding now, and then just got another one down in Florida that'll be starting up beginning or the middle of September. So looking forward to that.
Thank you.
Traveling a whole bunch. Actually, we took Jen and the girls and I went down with my parents and my sister and her boyfriend and her two boys went down to Arkansas, and we didn't play on rock, but we played in the water a whole bunch. We got an Airbnb together and just spent basically a long weekend jumping off the dock into the water all weekend, and then hung out with my dad's side of my family. They all live down there still, so spent some time with them and honoring my uncle and my grandpa who passed away like a year and 2 years ago, respectively. We just did like a celebration of life for them, which was really great. Yeah. Other than that, just working a whole bunch. Yeah, that's about it.
It's getting in the way, man.
It is. A lot.
It's really getting in the way.
Yeah.
It
is what it is.
It is. I did get a little bit of training in, like tree climbing training in last week. So
good. Yeah.
It felt. Yeah, I didn't feel like I had really lost much, which was I was a little afraid of. Yeah. I went and ran my big masters and almost got it.
All right.
Which has not, like, I got a lot closer to finishing it maybe than I ever have. So
wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Can't get too upset about that.
No. My retrieval ball got stuck in the tree though, so that made me mad. Yeah. Nice. I was like, I'm you rookie. Are you still coming down this week or this way in a couple weeks?
Yeah. In a couple weeks. Yeah. It's I got to remember the date. It's either the first or the second week of September. I don't quite remember.
You said the 31st to whenever. That's
okay.
Cedar's birthday's the 31st.
Okay. Nice. Well, I'll have to bring something for him then.
No. We'll just go play golf in the afternoon or something.
Oh, that'd be perfect.
Yeah. Have them kick our butts. Yeah.
Hold on one second.
You good?
My dog is barking.
Oh, of course, Harlow's barking.
Yeah. Hey, you're fine, dude. It's just me. Good work. Yeah. He was upstairs asleep. What are you doing? Did I wake you up? Goofball.
Yeah. We got close to getting a dog.
What?
Like recently. Yeah, we got close. And then it didn't work out. And then the more I thought about it, the more I'm like, that's probably great. It's probably great. We didn't get a dog.
The cat's probably good for us.
Yeah. I started getting all stoked on having a dog again. And then it really hit me when it didn't work out. I was like, oh man, we'd have had to either take that dog with us to West Virginia or we'd have had to figure out somebody to watch it.
Yeah.
And the cat, you just load it up with food and he's got a couple litter boxes. He's straight.
Yep. He's good to go.
Yeah.
Can't do that with a dog.
Yeah.
Nice.
But work. We gotta figure out how to stop working so much.
Yeah. Nah, it's just summer.
Yeah.
At least that's the lie I keep telling myself as work gets busier and busier.
Yeah.
It's all right.
No, it's real. I mean, it is the middle of the busy season, so
Yeah.
it's definitely longer days, which you know our heat loves to make our equipment not work great.
Yeah.
Part of that's also just a general lack of mechanical aptitude from a large group of people. Um, like the barking that ensues about popping hoods and greasing things and checking fluids in the morning.
Yeah. It never
Just
goes away.
it doesn't. It doesn't.
No.
Mm, But but yeah, it's really gets in the way of this whole tree climbing competitive endeavor and podcasting
Right?
world.
Yep,
So
for sure.
yeah.
Yeah, here we are.
Yep, here we are. So um if we haven't scared everyone away up to this point, 38 minutes in, um, talk about the rule book updates. So you haven't been with me for one of these yet.
Uh-uh.
Um, this can only be better. I'll say that this can only be better. Typically, what I do with the updates, which this actually is only the second update that's happened since the smooth saw has been around. So
Right.
I just scroll through and look for the stuff that's bolded, and then I just read out what's bolded. So I think what would be cool is we'll do that.
Uh-huh.
Like I'll read out the whole section that's bolded, and then we'll stop, kind of yammer on about it for a while,
Sure.
and then just move on.
Yeah.
So first thing that's bolded is official protests, section 1.4, and can't exactly say I'm surprised to see that there's something bolded inside official protests.
Wonder
So
what
1 point, yeah,
was the
1,
genesis of that.
1.4.1 competitors may file an official protest if they feel they have been judged unfairly or incorrectly. Protest shall be made on an official protest form, which is available from the event staff. See Appendix 10. So I'm going to scroll down to the appendix and see if I can't find it's Appendix order. So Appendix 10. Nope, I get to the score sheets in number 9. Give me a minute. A smarter man would have been a little bit more prepared for this.
Hmm.
Okay. So the rule infraction protest form now is in Appendix 10. I don't remember it being in the appendix before, but maybe it was. But it's basically a description of what needs to be filled out. So the name of the person filing the complaint, alleged violation, give specific rule or regulation number, name of person alleged to have participated in rule or regulation infraction, a clear and concise statement of the alleged complaint, indicating the issue involved, time and place infraction occurred, any witnesses that can be contacted to substantiate violation, and the relief being sought to correct the violation. And then you just fill out, your name, all that stuff I just said. And then there's a boxed section where the ITCC official rules committee writes down and records everything that was said and what they agreed upon.
I don't
Decision on
remember
the
all
written
that being there.
protest. Yeah, I don't remember the form being in there. I guess I can search
Look up
previous versions.
previous.
Let's see. Pretty great thing about the internet. And it's yeah, it wasn't in there before. So now
Yeah.
there is an official section
Yeah. Official
of the rule
document.
book, official document for protests.
Right.
So
Good. Does it still give a time?
Decision on the written protest shall be forthcoming before the contest is completed. Please remember that judges and officials volunteer their time to make these events possible. Judges and officials must be treated with respect. Misconduct in the presentation of a complaint is case for immediate withdrawal of your protest rights by the championship chairperson.
Okay.
So before the contest is over.
Yeah. Okay. Because
So
I used to be within an hour. Right?
yeah. Please scroll back to the top. And I doubt it's going to say that now. See, all protests shall be signed and submitted in writing. This is 1.4.2. All protests shall be signed and submitted in writing by the competitor to the tree climbing championship head judge within 1 hour of the alleged rule infraction.
Yeah.
TCC head judge, head tech, and available rules committee members or member will review the protest and make a ruling. So the 1 hour requirement is for the competitor to get it in. So
Okay.
it would
And
be
that's
kind of.
That's on the new one.
No, I think that's the. Well, let me hold on.
Because I just had it pulled up. That was the old rule book. What is it? Is it still the same? Is that 1.4.2 or whatever? Is that still in the new?
The new one. Yeah. So
Okay.
that's not bolded. That's just what it. That's what it says in
so
both.
that part didn't change. They just have an official document to fill out now.
Right. Yeah.
Great.
So now everyone understands what it is. So
yeah. Good.
Which would be kind of nut. Like if I again go back to North American where there's record amount of protests made.
Mm-hmm.
To have all of those protests responded to in an hour by the 4 people on the rules committee who were making that call would have been absolute just mayhem. And they wouldn't have been doing really anything else, which I mean, maybe they weren't doing anything else other than protests anyway, but just by the time the contest is over. So, but it does, that's a 1 hour for competitors. So competitors just know the moment you, well, I guess let's see. Excuse me. So you have 1 hour from the rule infraction. So that's if you know about it. So the rule infraction can happen and you don't find out about it until Masters.
Yep.
And then you can't protest anything.
Yeah.
So
that's why we talked about this on the debrief. But I think that was why it was great to have Alex go through it at the end of each climb. And I wonder, because I know I haven't experienced a ton of those in events past. I know that was one of the reasons why there were so many protests, because people were made aware of them at that moment. So,
yeah. So, that's it's an important thing to know now. Yeah. So that's the update. If we move a little bit further down into general rules and regulations, section 2, section 2.1.1, and the resulting A and B have some bolded bits to them. So I'll say the bolded part when I get to it. So I'm just going to read the whole thing. Each ISA chapter, ISA associate organization, and ISA regional event may send only one male and one female climber to represent the chapter, associate organization, and this is the bolded part, or region, to the international competition. There are 2 exceptions to this rule. A, the previous year's world champions are invited back to defend their titles. The chapters, and now in bold, or associate organizations with the current world champions are allowed to send additional climbers to compete at the chapter's representatives. B, ISA may invite additional qualified climbers to compete at the bolded regional competition. Climbers shall be the champions or runners-up of a local or regional ISA-sanctioned climbing championship and bolded, not members of a represented component. 2026. So component now is, when they say component, they're talking about the chapter level. So that's one of the things is we've been doing this tree climbing championship kind of committee thing about trying to evolve the game and all that kind of stuff. They're calling the local chapter level the component level. And then you've got the regional level, which is the Euros, the North American, Asia Pacific, Latin America.
Yeah.
So I think it's mainly just clarifying how more people can come from more additional people can come from the same component, same chapter.
Yep.
Unless you have a different take on that.
No, relatively straightforward.
Yeah. All right. And the next one, 2.1.2 is talking about eligibility to send a competitor to the ICC or a regional event. What's bolded now is there's A, B, and C. B is in bold. Clearly state the parameters for competitors to be subsequently nominated by the chapter or associated organization to compete at the regional event or ITCC. So, let me read backwards. Oh, where's the message? Oh, the chapter or they have to have basically a clear set of what I would take as, or like what our chapter would call bylaws about what is like what qualifies someone in our chapter at the component level competition to then be able to go and compete at the North American. Not so much the or the ITCC. So like if the first place climber can't make it, they have it outlined that the runner up then goes and does it. So it's more of a documentation. So yeah, kind of not really semantics, but kind of.
Yeah. I'm looking at the 24 to 26, doesn't really seem like much has changed there.
Mm-hmm. No. My guess is when we run into stuff like that, it's probably because someone represented a chapter or a region for something that it caused a lot of question, right? That's how most of our rules come about is from questioning something that happened at an event that was large enough to, basically get the whole committee, just like the Z133, all the safety standards. Enough of a commotion generates a conversation. So I take that as maybe some folks were representing at some of these different events and it wasn't super clear that they were supposed to be there. So,
right. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Nothing again until we get to 2.3.24, which is in like climbing hitch cords. So this is talking about climbing hitch cords for moving rope applications and those which support the entire system load. Stationary rope applications shall be of a doubled configuration of less than 10 millimeter and a minimum diameter of 8 millimeter. They shall also meet the requirements of Rule 2.3.1. Climbing hitch cords for stationary applications where the load applied to the hitch is approximately half the system load shall be of a doubled configuration of less than 8 millimeter and a minimum diameter of, now in bold, 6.5 millimeter.
Oh.
climbing hitch cord shall be manufactured from materials suitably resistant to the abrasion and temperatures experienced during work and rescue scenarios. Competitors shall perform an quote unquote on rope test to demonstrate the effectiveness and adjustment of all climbing hitches. So what a 2.3.12.4. What did that say before?
It
7
just said
millimeter.
7 mil.
7
Yeah.
millimeter.
Yeah.
Man, we're getting there. We're getting there, Evan.
Yeah.
Eventually, we'll be able to climb on Dynaglide.
Yeah, buddy.
No, I do have a one of Burr's buddies in Colorado. What is he just won Rocky Mountain?
Not Evan?
Why can I not think? Huh?
Evan?
Langdon?
Oh.
Langdon?
I don't know.
He'll come to me in a minute. But
Yeah.
he the adjustable loop runner that I climb with, he found Toffelberger has a 5 mil cord that has a strength rating higher than my 8 mil cord.
Wow.
That he's doubled over and made this super low profile version of it. So I bought some, and I was
Nice.
like, "This is rad." Also, like, they're not gonna like this. Like, they're not gonna like this at all.
Yeah.
So I have it in my rock climbing kit for that
Nice.
reason, because it's like they're not gonna. I don't see a world where they're gonna be chill with letting doubled over 5 mil. This is bugging me. Can't remember his name. Let me face talk Burr real quick.
I know, that's what I'm doing.
Well, while you're doing that, I'm gonna keep moving down. Yeah, okay, so 2.3.28, we get to another one where one word is bolded. So a minimum of a double fisherman's bend shall be used to form the prusik loop. Variations, including an endless splice, may be used with prior approval at gear bolded inspection. When footlocking, use a prusik loop, a 6-coil prusik hitch, a climb heist, or another approved secure climbing hitch shall be used for fall protection. So inspection is bolded.
Did they just
It's
miss having the word in there before, so they added it?
Gear check. It's gear check in the previous one.
Got it.
Okay. So, I mean, it was the same thing with mannequin with AR with the last one. Like,
Sure.
that was the overwhelming update, was calling it mannequin.
Yeah, instead of dummy or victim.
Right.
Yeah. Gotcha.
No, so I was found. Okay. So here now we get to the one that I have seen on Facebook that is carrying the most controversy or lack of clarity, I'd say. So before I read it, I'll say I reached out to Jason Deal about this, knowing that we were going to get on. So I am smart enough to have come with a little bit of pre-work to this one specific rule. So to get some clarification around it, so I'll read the rule change, and then we'll get to what people. Well, I'll get to. I don't know if I really want to dive into like what people are frustrated about. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. But definitely add with Jason Hayden, not Langdon. Hayden.
Thank you. Sorry, Hayden.
Sorry, Hayden. My bad.
I can see his helmet now.
I know. I can see him. I can see his face.
Yeah.
I can hear his voice.
Yeah, he was at Geezers with us this year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Heck of a climber. Mm-hmm. And congrats again. Okay. 2.3.35. This whole section is in bold. So this entire thing is new to the game.
Cool.
If a competitor desires an quote unquote extended stand clear for multiple items, the competitor shall call out an audible warning stating their purpose prior to beginning. A second audible warning shall be sounded when the task is completed to end the quote extended stand clear, end quote. Example, quote, stand clear installing redirect, end quote. Receive from down below, receiving a quote all clear quote from the judge.
Mm-hmm.
Install redirect with loose gear, load test redirect, quote, redirect installed, all clear, end quote. Judge confirms, quote, all clear, end quote. If the, quote, extended stand clear, end quote, is not ended by the competitor, the head judge will instruct them to return to the extended stand clear area to provide the audible warning that ends the extended stand clear. A 1-point penalty will be assessed for up to 3 infractions, then will result in disqualification. So you get 3 whoopsies, and then your 4th one, you're DQ. So, we chatted, you and I chatted before I shot a text over to Jason.
Yep.
We had a back and forth, and I'm going to pull that up. I'm not going to go through every part of the conversation Jason and I went through, but so my question was, is the purpose of the extended stand clear to reduce the amount of talking? Like if I'm going to build an anchor and know what I'm going to clip and unclip a bunch of things, is it to reduce how much I'm saying stand clear and potentially getting point deductions leading to a DQ? And his reply was yes, but also to allow you to communicate other things while doing that if you need to. You'll notice that you get 3 missed now as well. So basically, so it's not like if the stand clear one is kind of, well, I'll hit that in a second. But what my brain immediately went to is if I get to the top of the tree and I'm building like an anchor, I'm installing a friction saver to add a second rope into the system. If in order to take in the previous way, the previous rules, I'd have to say stand clear, loose equipment with the friction saver. And then I would have to say stand clear, loose equipment with the rope. Feed it through whatever, stand clear, adding a throw weight on the end of the rope. That's what I'm going to do.
Yep.
Stand clear, throw on the rope.
Yep.
Stand clear, loose equipment, because I'm putting a carabiner in to not block the friction saver.
Yep.
Stand clear, I'm pulling out my little rope retrieval bag to hang that. Stand clear, there's going to be another, right? That's like 6 or 7 times I've had to say stand clear, where inside that window, if I would have not said it twice, I would have been DQ'd.
Right.
Whereas now it's just like, hey, everyone stand clear. I'm going to be setting up my anchor.
Yep.
And I'm going to have
several
loose
pieces.
Equipment.
Yep.
Do everything. And in that, while I'm doing all that other stuff, I can talk about what I'm seeing in the tree.
Sure.
My anchor point, my new anchor point, is a vertical branch. It's suitable for me to tie into. It's good for a 2-person load. Right. I can talk about
your plan, how you're going to set up,
right.
To go out to the different stations. Yeah.
Right. And this is in Masters, right? And that's the other thing is like, we're probably only going to run into this specific situation in Masters and Rescue.
Yep.
Because with the redirect and Rescue, that is 1,000% stand clear. I'm installing a redirect. And while you are then doing your redirect,
I can
you can
talk
be
about
talking
other
about,
things.
right, you know, the victim, whether
Yeah.
or not you need a hard connect, you know, like his EMS. Well, we'll get to they have some specific stuff outlined for EMS now too,
Cool.
which all right. Like some additional clarification there. Appreciate it.
Come back.
So with this one,
Yeah.
it's really aimed at trying to get us to not have to talk ourselves to death about the physical action of what we're doing.
Yeah.
Now we'll get more clarification likely when we are at our, you know, different competitions, whether it's the component, the regional, or the international levels. And I highly encourage everyone to ask questions to get more clarity around this, as because it's new, right?
Mhm.
Like,
Yep.
it's not just new for us as competitors, it's new for the
Right.
volunteers as well. It's
Yep.
new for the rules committee, right? Like, it's new for everybody. So that's usually why everything gets beta tested at
Yeah.
ITCC, because you
Yep.
have the best of the best of the best on both sides of the tape.
Yep.
To really, like, you know, prepare. Like, the moment this went out, everybody read through it and started talking about it.
Yeah.
It came out while I was in West Virginia, and Kelsey was like, "Don't you dare start reading through that right now." I was like, "No, I already downloaded it onto my phone. I'll read it later when the kids go to bed." And the rest of the day is just nagging in my brain. I'm like, I know there's stuff in there that I need to know. Like, anyway, but that's the point of this rule update, is to give us basically more freedom to do kind of what we would do at work anyway, of like
Yep.
try to be multitasking
Right.
and not, like, I already annoy the crap out of people I work with how much I say stand clear and just talk in general when I'm like doing the work,
Yeah.
especially when I'm on comms. But I do love when I'm in climbing competitions not talking. Like, I like to let my climbing, I mean, other
Do
than
the
risk, but like in the
Sure.
masters, I like to let the climbing do the talking, whether that's for the good or for the bad. Let that do all the talking instead of having to remember the specifics in this way of like, look, really, like, the thing that's always frustrated me around the audible thing is not the fact that we have them, because it is super important that we have them. It's when people get DQ'd for not saying them right, or they get
Or in
points
the
taken off
order,
for not
or
saying them right.
yeah.
When it's like, this is a tree climbing competition or a tree climbing championship. It is not a tree it's not a speaking, you know, championship.
Yeah.
Like, we're not, you know, we need to be able to speak and talk and everything, but to have people that have solid climbs not make it further along, because for any of the things that we talked about during the any of these other episodes. But
Yep.
that's the thing that always like gets me, of just like, you have to know the order of things, and then you
have to know
immediately
the
can
rules.
look at these freestyle comps.
Yep.
And they're just moving a million miles. And I understand they're two different things, but that's where I'll stop talking here in a second. That's where I have a great deal of appreciation for what this one is aimed at doing.
Yeah.
Is to try to eliminate that over talking.
Yep.
About stuff that's just like,
it's nitpicky, I think.
It's nitpicky. And give us more ability back to be just tree climbers. Now, not everybody's going to see it that way.
Sure.
But that's how I see it.
Yeah, I do. I interpret it relatively the same way as you read through it, and I read through it before. I think it does do those things. It does allow for one verbal warning to be communicated out in the beginning of the process, knowing that you're going to be building something where there's going to be multiple things that's coming off of your harness or going to be potentially loose, but only having to call it out one time. I think the thing that I think might trip people up is in that rule verbiage, it does state that if you don't give that warning after you've completed it and then you've moved on, you'll be asked to go back to that station to give that verbal warning saying, hey, I've built my canopy anchor, I've put in my redirect, I've load tested it, and I'm ready to go, that type of thing. So I want to make sure that, like you said, we ask those questions during the walkthrough and trying to gain more clarity. But I think that's the important part of this conversation is we voice it out there. That's how we both see it. I think that's what the interpretation is supposed to be. It's supposed to be an audible warning. Build whatever it is that you're doing with all of these components, and then make sure you give that audible warning once you've completed it before moving on to your next task.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Finishing it with all clear, and then you hear it's that whole command response thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, because previously, when we would have to say, stand clear, loose equipment 6 times, you wouldn't have to do that at the end of building whatever it is. You just set it for your last piece of loose equipment, and then you were done. You could move on. But now, because you're doing that one time, the judges want to make sure that whatever you're doing is complete. They don't have to worry about any more loose equipment coming, potentially coming down, or you're ready to move on to the next task.
Now, the previous rule still stands, though. If you don't call stand clear for loose equipment, that 2 of those still results in a DQ. Failure to call out, like the rule before that, 2.3.34 is the same. Right?
It's still there.
So you could still stand clear him to death if you want. But now we also have the option of, if we know we can multitask, we can incorporate this extended stand clear. And that'll be one of the things I want to ask is like, do I have to say stand clear? Do I have to say extended stand clear? Do I have to say stand clear and then what my action is? Like, and that's the piece that, it's not, look, it's not the end of the world. There are,
I think of more in rescue where this has the potential to get funny, especially as you get to the patient. If you're putting on a hard connect, or you're doing some form of patient first aid, you've got potential for loose equipment multiple times. But are you saying that you're standing, or you're issuing an audible warning for loose equipment or stand clear? Now I'm going to be providing patient care. Does that then give me the leeway to, take multiple things off and package the person and then say I've got the patient packaged now, or I've got the bleeding stopped now? I'm moving on.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, that's just because they give the example with the redirect. Like that's also where my brain went with rescue, is like, if I know, say they don't have a chest harness, and their lanyard is being used, right? So you need to incorporate something to help like get them upright, but then they also have a bleed, right? So you're potentially going to do a tourniquet and give some sort of back support, and then potentially do something else cool. That's where that clarification piece is like, if I call stand clear, I'm going to address the injuries and make the climber more comfortable. Do I have to say all that, or could I just say stand clear, I'm addressing the victim and the issues that I see?
Right.
And then do kind of whatever you want.
Yeah.
But then remember to call not all clear descending.
Yeah.
All clear. Like the patient is packaged
all
and
clear,
suitable,
unpackaged. Yeah.
all clear.
Yeah.
And that's the piece where, I mean, we've got it. 7 weeks before ITCC to train
Yeah.
some of this stuff into the brain.
Yep.
But almost some of that is, to me, is almost like I'd rather stand clear to death, because that's what the last 3 years have been in my head for that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. But but it could be a really great way to like talk through more about what you're doing to
Right.
the mannequin,
I,
instead of just like stand clear and pulling the tourniquet out, stand clear, slipping it over their arms.
I think it provides much more opportunity to give really good verbal communication as to what you're doing, not just telling people that you're pulling equipment off your harness, which is great.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, at the heart of it, it definitely seems like the committee was trying to give us more opportunity to be able to do more while saying less. So,
Or say more about other things and not waste airtime and just saying
yeah,
stand clear.
yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
So,
No,
we'll see.
I'm
We'll see.
very curious to see how it pans out, but I do like that. I like the attempt.
Mm-hmm.
It's the beautiful part about written documents. They can
Mm-hmm.
they can be interpreted.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Um, yeah, because if the head judge is the one that's responsible for the audibles,
Uh-huh.
then it then gives the scoring judges in AR more opportunity to hear about what the climber's doing for
Uh-huh.
patient assessment and, you know, actual mitigation of whatever's going on.
Uh-huh.
And they're not like super focused on like, did they say stand clear? Did Jeff say stand clear when he pulled that carabiner off of his
Right.
harness? Like,
Yeah.
right. And then pulls their attention away, like pulls
Yeah.
them towards the audible and
Yep.
pulls them away from the action.
Yep.
So, yeah.
I know I being on that side of it, being a judge, I know that there have been times where my attention was pulled because I wasn't sure. And then, for the next couple seconds, you're not
Yeah.
really picking up on what they're saying or what they're doing because you're so laser focused in on, did they say that or did they not? Or, that's oftentimes that's what separates a more seasoned judge from somebody that's not. The more seasoned judge will give them the benefit of the doubt, keeping them going through the event, and then at the end ask the rest of the judges, "Hey, did you hear that?" In our huddles after each one climbs, we all get together as a group, and did you hear them say, stand clear at that point? All it takes is one person to say yes, and they're like, great, well, I've paid attention throughout the rest of the climb, as opposed to getting fixated on whether or not I heard that one. What else did I lose in the process?
Yeah, it's hard to not like try to listen in for that too. Like,
Yeah.
because that really is not the role of the scoring judge.
Right.
That's really the role of the head judge, and then
Yep.
the head tech should be the one that's the
Yep.
kind of the safety valve there of like
Yep.
calling, like making sure people call the audibles. So
Yeah.
it's maybe a good point to highlight for volunteers, whether it's rescue work on any of them, of just
Mm-hmm.
like if you're holding a score sheet,
Yep.
don't worry so much about the audible piece. I guess like I mean that
The
like
technical parts.
that's what I would like if I'm the head judge in a ring, that's what I
Yeah.
would be encouraging my
Mm-hmm.
scoring judges for is like, hey, I'm watching audibles and unsafe acts, or
Yep.
I'm running audibles and unsafe acts.
Yep.
And if we have an issue anywhere, I'll let you know.
Mm-hmm.
But you focus on the climbing, the assessment, all that other stuff. Like we'll figure out the double boxes later.
Right.
So okay, well, yeah, people probably still aren't going to be happy about that, but whatever. This is our podcast. Uh, Funny enough, nothing in the work climb scoring station about the landing station. I was a little bummed about that one.
Hit the
Really
bell.
hoping, yeah. Let's see. But in the mandatory penalties, so go back to 2.3.34 and 35, which are exactly what we were just talking about around the stand clears. So
yeah, because
let
it
me
does
jump
say
back to-
unless otherwise specified in an individual event.
Yeah.
Which is good.
So failure to issue an audible warning. See rules 2.3, 34, and 35 on use of audible warnings. So now I will say with the extended stand clear for limb toss, does that now override the loose gear issues with limb toss? That's the question I'm going to ask in work climb. It's like if I call an extended stand clear at limb toss, do I still have to throw, let's say an audible warning before each throw? Because they didn't change that. I mean, like it does say that you need to still call.
because it's not.
I shouldn't say
really
that. I shouldn't say
equipment.
that.
Yeah.
Because let me go back to limb toss. Like you did, call an audible warning prior to loose equipment, ring the bell. Audible warning only needs to be called once. Ring the bell with their hands off. Walk back. Oh wait, that's limb one. Sorry.
Yeah, you're at 3.4.
Audible warning prior to loose equipment, ring the bell with their hands off. Toss the limb. To earn maximum scored points, competitors shall also use their lanyard correctly. Ring the bell with two hands prior to throwing. Hit the target. First throw. Oh, sorry. 4.1. Audible warnings shall be given prior to each throw. So I'm still going to ask that question. If I essentially call this extended stand clear, does that qualify for throwing sticks too? Because I mean that's like 2 seconds.
Okay.
Like that's two to 5 seconds, depending on
Sure.
what station you're at. Right. That like could be with the amount of speed points that are in work climb.
It's
Could
not
be
nothing.
something. Yeah. So definitely gonna ask that. That's the only update in work, which we're likely going to see that same sequence follow in each one of these. So that's the other thing I typically point out when I'm going through the rules as well, is just like, we're going to see this again. So heads up. All right, rescue. Under the event setup, the bolded section, so it's a lot of additional new stuff, and this is what I was alluding to a few minutes ago. So in the event setup, talking about like how much the injured climber, how much the mannequin's supposed to weigh, and all the like kind of process for how you set it up.
Yep.
So after emergency services have been contacted, EMS arrives on site at a predetermined set time or when a competitor reaches a predetermined location in the climb. See Appendix 3 for examples. We'll jump down to that in a second.
Okay.
Event head judge or predetermined official shall communicate predetermined set time or location during the walkthrough. Predetermined set time should be between 1 minute 30 and 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Predetermined locations will be identified during the walkthrough. So let me jump down to the third appendix. So a bit of clarity we get in the rescue event. All right. What's bolded here is the following examples of possible aerial rescue event scenarios and emergency services arrival guidelines. So emergency service arrival guidelines is in bold. It's page 65. The emergency services estimated time of arrival should be determined during setup. If the competitor requests that emergency services are contacted, then EMS will arrive. It's 4 bullet points. At a predetermined time after emergency services are contacted, 2 minutes.
Uh-huh.
Or when climber's second foot leaves the ground, wild. Or when climber reaches a designated union in the tree, or when climber reaches the mannequin. So, that'll be interesting with if they choose when the second foot leaves the ground,
feel
which
like
could
they're
also be 2 minutes. I mean,
yeah, I feel like they're doing that because for those that forget to call, maybe, or for those that are
but
waiting
it says
or taking longer to get off the
competitor.
ground,
The competitor has to
request it.
Yeah. So if you don't call EMS, then EMS isn't just magically there.
What?
Yeah. Which I mean, like again, great. It's a great thing to like use this as cross training to like make sure no rescue is actually initiated until EMS has been contacted.
Yep.
So yeah. But then yeah, I do appreciate that because then people don't find themselves wondering where EMS is when they should have been there. And then everyone also will know when when and or where that should be initiated. So like as we're planning, preparing for the event, like if we know they're calling at a minute, EMS is arriving at a minute 30, dag on it, I better be off the ground by a minute 30. And it just, yeah. But then it allows us to communicate with EMS longer about what it is we're seeing. Hopefully there's more feedback.
Making up this sequence of talking to dispatch, even though you're not.
Right. Yep. So yeah, so that's event setup in AR. Anything else on your end about that?
No, I know. You already said it. It's important. Call them. But also have it in there that you're going to be talking to them at some point.
Yep. Yeah, so scoring, none of the point allocation changed. Everything's the same. Mandatory penalties, it gets into that same point again, the audible warning, whether it's for potential loose equipment or the extended stand clear. So again, like we highlighted, this is the event that it probably makes the most sense in terms of the prelims.
Will certainly impact most people, right?
Yeah. But it's also if you go the extended route, it could be a 1-point deduction instead of a failed
or
loose
DQ.
gear. Yeah, is one time -3, next time Audi 5000. Let's see. Into throw line. I don't see anything so far bolded. Knots are still the same. Scoring still the same. The extended stand clear isn't even addressed here. What is I found, I don't know why I found this one so satisfying, this update, but it's the last mandatory DQ, so they've added it now, 5.5.7. Failure to be equipped with all required equipment once the event time has started, per rule 1.1.9, is a mandatory DQ. So I don't know why I find that to be so satisfying, other than it's just like, have your stuff ready to go.
Yeah.
Like my mind immediately went to like, just from watching golf.
Yep.
And there's this whole thing about talking about slow play and professional golfers, and I very much am a fast golfer. So I get really frustrated when I play with slow people, because I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like none of it. I mean, it's one thing with the pros who know they choose a club based off of a 1 yard difference of what they're going to hit. Right. But still, like some of them are like, you've been walking for 15 minutes to get up to here. Like, you should kind of know what you're going to do.
Yeah.
This is kind of the same thing to me. Like you're going in the throw line. Like, you need throw line and rope.
Yeah.
Like you could take a carabiner.
Probably
Probably
want a helmet.
would be good.
PPE would be good.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely need your PPE. Wear shoes. Like it's pretty freaking simple.
Yep.
Which is kind of like a little annoying that there's a rule for it, but at the same time, it's like sick. Okay, then the event's just happening faster now
Yeah.
because it's like they didn't have their stuff. They said go. You don't have your stuff. You're DQ'd out. So
Yeah. Yeah. Especially since
so
there's what now 100 folks competing.
yeah, something like that. I don't
Yep.
know if I haven't seen the if like how much
Yeah, the
they.
official roster. No idea.
Yeah. Are you signed up now?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yep.
Okay, ooh, so let me go back. So in Belade Speed Climb, not seeing anything different in Belade Speed Climb. Ascent event, not seeing anything so far with the Ascent event. Into Masters. Okay, so second paragraph, 8.1 in the event summary. At the event
Mm.
on the head judges at the event on the head judge's signal, a competitor enters the designated work area with all their equipment. The competitor is then judged on their bold visual, tree assessment, bolded emergency response planning,
Hmm.
and then installation of climbing equipment, ascent into the tree, route planning to all workstations throughout the tree canopy, final descent out of tree, gear retrieval, and the communication that they have with ground personnel during the climb. So, visual tree assessment. Um,
Wonder why that's
yeah,
because
I'm
so looking
guessing.
at it from last year or the last one, it just says the competitor is then judged on their tree assessment. It doesn't say
Yeah,
visual tree assessment.
yeah. So awesome that we're yeah, visual tree assessment. Cool. Emergency response planning. So having something in there around that.
Uh huh.
It's good to highlight.
Uh huh.
See 8.2.7, it's referencing Appendix 8, which is bolded. So 2.7, competitors are then sequestered until it's time for each individual competitor to climb. Competitors are sequestered where they cannot visually or audibly benefit until it's time for each individual competitor to climb. So Appendix 8. Oh, okay. This one's there's a few bolded sections here. So the following
Hmm.
procedures will be enforced. Mobile phone usage. Participants may
Mm-hmm.
use mobile devices for personal purposes only. Any competition related use, including strategy, discussions, coaching, communication, performance review, or event live streaming is strictly prohibited. The head judge or TCC chair may collect phones before the event to ensure compliance. Prior notice provided to competitors.
Huh.
Defined sequester area, so clearly designated and monitored space with restricted entry and exit. No unauthorized individuals permitted. Competitors may have a companion coach or guests accompany them in the designated area. However, any individual entering the area must not have witnessed or viewed any portion of the Masters event before entry. Entry into the designated area is final. Re-entry after leaving will not be permitted. Any errands will be handled by volunteer runners. Then continuous supervision, dedicated sequester judges, predetermined volunteers will be assigned to oversee sequestration at all times. Restricted communication, no communication permitted between the masters, participants, and others while being escorted to the competition tree. Enforcement and penalties. Any violation may result in disqualification. So,
Hmm.
um, yeah. I mean, I did it highlight that before? I feel like it highlighted some level of this before. Score
I don't
sheets.
know if it was in the appendix. Looking
It's
down.
not. Oh my. Let's see.
No.
Unless it's like written out maybe more explicitly in the rules
No.
for masters.
There was a part of it that was
Why
up
two
there, but it.
competitors? So the head. I'm not seeing any. I mean, I'm willing to bet it's somewhere in here. My memory just doesn't serve me well enough. Because I can search it. Okay, so it's in section 8.2. And it's only 2 points. So it's talking about stay in sequestration until it's time for each individual competitor to climb. Competitors are sequestered where they cannot visually or audibly benefit. And then the next one is talking about they shall not witness or listen to comments about another competitor's climb before the time they're scheduled to climb.
Yeah.
So this writes it up to be a lot more formal, which I think is awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
Like from like I know Mac, I mean, this has been years ago. But Kelsey was trying to come and talk to me, being like, I was in sequestration. She had just pulled into the parking lot. She's trying to come over and talk to me. And Nancy was like, you can't go talk to him. You can't go talk to him at all. And it's one of the things I frustrated Kelsey, but I was like, well, Kelsey, the point of it though, is that it's ensuring beyond the shadow of a doubt that I have benefited from any prior knowledge of what is happening in that thing before I go. And she's like, but don't they know that I would never do that? Like, I'm too much of an athlete to try to give you some sort of heads up. And I'm like, it doesn't matter. Like Nancy knows this well, but it doesn't matter. This is the game. So I would love to have seen you. But at the same time, it's like, this is what's happening right now, and we'll, hang out later. And I mean, but the mobile phone thing is, that's huge. Cause it's super easy.
Yeah.
It would be super, I have to be super intentional when I'm being sequestered to not look at my social media.
Right.
I, will check emails, will look at photos, but trying to stay off the socials. I think the next masters if I make it to another masters, but the next one I hopefully make to one day, I think I'm gonna delete the apps when I get back in sequestration it's just crazy how our brains don't even think about how we wind up on social media. And maybe not everybody's that way, but I'll be reading scripture in the morning, and then all of a sudden I'm like,
look at
that. Oh, Arb Sessions reviewing the new crossbow bag. Yes, I did just plug 2 of our sponsors like that. But it is. I mean, it's a real thing.
It's reality.
Would be, and as much as we don't want to think about our fellow competitors doing that, it's good for that to be highlighted, to include the other people coming and talking to my folks, because that I know has happened, and does happen.
What happened to me in Ohio this year?
Oh yeah,
Some
yeah.
I was going to the bathroom and somebody walked in and they're like, "Did you hear about Jose?" I'm like, "Don't freaking tell me. I don't want to know."
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I mean, like I've been in sequestration when people kind of try to come and talk to other people about stuff. I'm like, yo, you got to respect what we're doing back here. Like
Yeah.
I turn into like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't even call it a jerk. I just get real like
Yeah. Very
blunt
direct.
about it
Yeah.
very quick of like, you're not
Yeah.
about to affect how any of us go about this. We
Yeah.
don't want to know.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing of like not being able to hear the climb, that's not always possible. Like,
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
maybe at the ITCC, it's way more possible.
Yeah.
But I've definitely, there have been, it's funny, like we'll be sequestered at Mac and like we can tell kind of like by the sound of the cheers where somebody's at in their climb.
Yep.
Like, oh, probably just hit a limb toss.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so it's that part's kind of hard.
Yeah.
I remember being in Taiwan, being sequestered there, and where they had us sequestered. If you just stood up and looked out the window to the right, you saw everything.
Ah.
And as soon as I got up there, I
Yeah.
was like, I need a translator. I need a translator right now. And I was like, we need as a group
Yeah.
to agree that we're not going to look out that window.
Yeah.
Like, and also not talk to other people about what's going on over there. So, um, yeah, I think it's good. I think this
Yeah.
is
No,
ultimately good.
that's a great point of clarity. It is far too easy to get online, and there are tons of folks that are doing live streams, and it would be very convenient and easy to do that. So you want to keep that competitive edge where it should be.
Yeah, it just makes me a little curious about like why that is one of the things that got
Yeah.
updated, right?
I,
Like,
eh,
I
but
mean,
I have to believe. Well, sequestration when they were doing this. I mean, 50 years ago is crazy, but even 20 years ago, people weren't really thinking about having the ability to go on to your little phone
oh yeah,
when it was a
yeah,
flip
yeah,
phone and look at live stream.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
this is just something that needed to be added.
yeah. Um, anyway, let's see. Let's move on. All right. There is,
Can't be many left.
well, so 8.2.15 is talking about a penalty now. So competitors shall issue an audible warning, stand clear, and receive confirmation from the head judge before throwing or removing a throw line with the throw weight attached. Audible warning shall be issued before manipulating of the throw line when the possibility of accidental removal of the throw weight exists. First time a competitor fails to issue an audible warning, it will be audibly identified by the head judge as a verbal warning with no penalty issued. Up to 2, and this is the bolded part, the number 2, point penalty infractions shall be audibly issued by the event head judge. The third penalized offense shall result in disqualification. So basically, you forget to say stand clear the first time, no, it's a freebie. You do it 2 more times, that's 4 points off. You do it 1 more time, automatic DQ. So get yours in the first throw, minimum isolation, never a problem. So
Good to go.
this is the positive self-talk I'm trying to
Yeah,
start 8 weeks before.
absolutely.
We're first throws. We're first throws only.
Every
Yeah.
time.
All right. 2.16. If a competitor's throw line with the weight attached leaves the flagged area during a throw while being manipulated or otherwise removed from the tree, a bold number 6 point penalty infraction shall be audibly issued by the event head judge for the first infraction. The second offense will result in DQ from the event. So really hammering the keep everything inside the ring. If it
Yeah.
goes outside the ring, like you're going to get
You got
hammered pretty quick.
big problems. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Don't need
Super
to be
fair.
hitting any people.
No. Oh, was it? What comp was it? I feel like I was at a comp not that long ago. And someone almost got drilled by a throw lineup. Came like whooshing right by somebody's head. Maybe it landed in somebody's lap.
Dang.
Was it Geezers?
I don't remember if it did. I feel like it could have been geese. I don't know. I don't remember.
Anyway, all right. 8.4.2. So we're in the mandatory penalties. A bold number 2 point penalty for each failure to issue an audible warning before throw. Okay, so I already talked about the throws. 4.3, a 3-point penalty for failure to issue an audible warning when necessary while aloft. Up to 2 3-point penalties will be allowed. A third failure to issue audible warning will result in DQ. So what we were talking about a lot earlier with the loose gear thing. So stuff we already talked about.
Yeah.
Discretionary penalties. A competitor can receive up to bold 10, the number 10 point deduction for any of the following: unsafe act, poor performance, or poor technique. That's determined by scoring judges. Up to a 10-point deduction.
And that's a mandatory?
Discretionary.
Discretionary
penalty.
Cool. Yep.
Up to 10 points off for any of those things.
Clean it up.
Discretionary penalties determined by the event head judge. A bold number 5 point penalty and audible warning shall be given for any of the following infractions: dangerous uncontrolled swing, failure to maintain a taut climbing system, climbing above the tie-in point, high speed, or dangerous movement. Okay. Fun. Got it.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I guess be smooth and controlled, and if you're going to move fast, don't make it look sketchy.
Right. Clean it up.
In the taut climbing system, I really want to make sure we clarify what that is and means before ITCC gets up and rolling. Because I might even want to take my harness over to the hanging rope to test your system and try to get them to clarify that as well. Like,
sure,
where is the system not taught? Like, all right. Penalty for breaking a limb. 4.8, breaking a limb within the diameter range designated by the event head judge prior to the beginning of the competition will result in a bold number 2 point penalty, which shall be audibly issued. Up to 2 bold number 2 point penalties will be allowed unless it's determined by the event head judge that the break was not due to unnecessary force applied to the limb. Third broken limb within the specified diameter range will result in a DQ. So 2-point deductions now for broken limbs. So we're in the mandatory DQ section now, which is all stuff that we've hit before. Third offensive failure to issue an audible warning while aloft. Third discretionary penalty is determined by event head judge. Get into the potential bonuses. Competitor may receive up to bold 4 additional bonus points at the judge's discretion for each of the following, for a total of bold 12 potential bonus points. So they can take away 10, but they can also give us 12. So living in the positive. Overall demonstration of skill, style, and presentation throughout the climb. Use of innovative techniques and equipment. Overall demonstration of safe work practices, and then in bold, hazard recognition and swing management.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, did you manage the swing really well, or did you manage it poorly?
Yeah. I mean, is that Does that mean they don't
It's
want to see
subjective.
swings?
No, it's
Yeah.
subjective.
No, I
It's
know.
depending on what that judge thinks.
Yeah. Well, if that
And
judge
who
thinks we
knows?
should climb on 3 ropes, that's it's gonna be kind of hard to get those discretionary points, but
Hmm.
and then probably also hard not to take some discretionary penalties, but yeah. So that's I don't think anything else changed in the appendix because they would have highlighted that other than what we've already talked about. Score sheets and reference guides are still there, and those reference guides are going to have a lot of those updates as well. So when it comes time to judge, having that quick, ready reference guide
Uh-huh.
will be helpful. But yeah, that's the rule book and the updates. So not a whole lot of updates.
Uh-uh.
What is there is I think still going to cause us to question some things, but has made some other stuff relatively clear.
I think it
So,
gives us more opportunity to actually clarify that is still subjective and
mhm.
yeah,
Yeah,
just not
yeah,
black and white. It's
yeah. I take I take a fair amount of that is like it's now just going to be us needing to ask more questions as competitors, and I mean really as volunteers as well, like talking
uh-huh.
through with the judging team before
Uh-huh.
the event gets started, but then definitely as competitors before getting in there to really get get to getting after it. Because that the swing management thing is like, if I'm lucky enough to make it into masters, I'm gonna be like, can you tell me like what it is like from swing management that like you're looking to either penalize or reward me on?
Reward.
Because it's
Yeah.
like if I do a cool swing to a different part of the tree and I stick it, like I feel like that's managing the swing well.
Uh-huh.
But if it's moving quicker than what you want it to, but I like knew how to account for it, then
Uh-huh.
where are we at here? Because it's
Yeah.
like if you want me to do something different, um, I mean I might not do it anyway, but it
I don't know. It's
yeah.
hard to tell because it's all in the situation, and you're absolutely
Mhm.
right. If you plan the route, part of your plan was to make that swing, and you made it, and it looked really clean and effortless, and you got to the point. Excuse me. It was very evident that you got to the point where you were planning on going. You didn't come off and then scramble around trying to grab another limb or get
Yeah.
over to where you were going, and it did not look smooth at all. Well, then I would take points off of that because that
Oh
is
yeah.
poor swing
Yeah.
management. But it should also be said that because I'm swinging in the tree, that is not an it's not necessarily an unsafe act. I can do
Mhm.
this well. I can perform the task safely. And by safely, I mean I get exactly where I'm going. I'm not putting on more force on the tree than it can withstand, and I'm
Yeah.
not exposing myself to any sort of injury. There's nothing wrong with that when you compare it to, well, am I able to stay on rope the whole time, and am I able to manage or mitigate all swings altogether? That's a totally different approach to tree climbing, and not everybody has either one of those approaches. There might be somewhere in
Yeah.
between. There might be some that, like you, that favor swings. There might be others that don't, and that's totally fine. Ideally, you get judges, especially in the masters climb, that are a mix between both. You take out the high and the low scores, and then you get an average between the three. And I mean, we've talked about it multiple times. At the end of the day, you got to be happy with the climb that you put in.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's all very true, and it just makes me worried a little bit when I
That's
see things written down. That's almost like trying to make us go, and maybe that's not at all. Like I didn't ask
yeah,
Jason that question
sure.
because it didn't seem like the most important one to ask.
At the time.
Truth be told, I kind of just glossed over that when I got down into mandatory DQ or like into
Yeah,
that part of the rule book. I was just like, okay,
yeah,
none
we're
of
good.
this is seeming like it's going to be all that different. But now that we're talking about it, yeah, I really hope we're not going in this direction where we're not, swinging through trees and moving freely through
Yeah,
trees.
right.
So yeah, just being on multiple ropes might control swing, but you might not be able to get down. I've seen more than one person get so tangled up because they don't know how to like manage their tail rope. They don't know
Yeah,
how to like manage rope.
for sure.
It's not managing the swing; it's they don't know how to deal with
Yeah,
all that rope hanging out below them. So,
yep, yeah,
which, yeah, that's all discretionary. That's a
yeah.
heck of a lot of points, though.
It is a lot of points.
12, 12 discretionary points.
Yeah, that's a lot, dude.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. We'll put it to the test here in
Yeah,
7, 8 weeks.
yeah, for sure. We'll go
See.
over it in a couple of weeks when I see you.
Yeah. 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 Go hit up some big trees and uh,
Yeah.
swing really fast. I've got one. The one that James and I were climbing in before we recorded. That like we were moving so fast, our vertex wouldn't hold on the final station.
Yeah.
So we'd get down there and just like have just this hard creep, and it's like, "Rah."
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Awesome.
James, if you're listening to this, I'm done with Stormworks stuff. So we need to link him. But
Let's go. Yeah.
um, yeah, good times. We're gonna have fun. I'll take you over
Yeah.
to. So what? Well, we can talk about your schedule, not on the pod.
Yeah.
Uh, are you trying to get to any comps before ITCC?
Um, well, I was supposed to go to Tennessee and I had to pull out of that one because of work. And I might actually end up being able to go to Michigan now because Michigan's at the end of September.
Nice, nice,
So otherwise, no.
cool.
How about you?
I think I'm gonna try to make it to Kentucky because I think
Oh,
that's
cool.
right. I think that's right before.
Nice. Heck yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a stacked fall on
Yeah.
the because then we've got Georgia in November. There's a project out in the New River Gorge I might be trying to go get involved with as well
Sick.
for a few days.
Nice.
Um, and then we've got our thing with Minnesota,
Yeah.
and that's that's in October too, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Whew,
Yeah.
man. Well,
Yep.
you know what? I haven't been traveling, so shoot, and then
Yeah.
Expo's in beginning in November.
Yeah.
Oh my,
Cheers.
my. Everything, everything, all the time, all at once. And
Yep.
there goes all my PTO. Well, that's fine.
Yeah.
No, I'm excited. It's cool to see us getting closer. I'm doing my like daily countdown on my workout whiteboard.
Nice.
Um, so um, yeah, yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, dude. Looking forward to it, man. It's gonna be a good one.
Yes,
Back at that park. That park is sweet.
it is cool, and to be
Yeah.
a part of the 50th is also going to be really cool. I
Yeah.
mean, being a part of the 25th NATCC and then getting to be a part of the 50th ITCC. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, and we didn't get to go climb at ITCC last year, so
I know.
being able to go and actually throw down,
Heck
um,
yeah.
that's gonna be rad.
Yeah. Be good to be back.
Did is your whole fam going?
I know my dad's going. I'm not sure if the girls are going to go or not. I'm working on them right now. But
Gotcha.
yeah.
Yeah, I already booked an Airbnb that's right across the
Sick.
street from the park.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at one today, actually, that's right down the street. So
Yeah. Well, and I mean that park's huge. So
yeah.
my
Yeah,
my luck is it's going to be on the complete opposite side. So
well, but
I'll just get.
that'll be better for training if you get there a couple
Amen.
days before. You
Amen.
can hop in a
That's
tree.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah. The that is. It's funny. I think it's. You remember those oak trees that we thought we wanted to climb until we shined the headlight up and saw all the deadwood in them?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's right there.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sick.
Well, that's where the Airbnb is.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows where the actual
It's really going to be a
trees are at,
bummer.
but
I say it's going to be a bummer. It won't really be a bummer if ITCC is literally right there, because that would actually
yeah.
be pretty rad during the
That would
event.
be we could have a tailgate at your house.
Yeah, but the concept of getting in early and just trying to like stay, limber and
Yeah.
and practice and stuff will be a bummer, because it's like, well, shoot,
Yeah.
you're gonna DQ me before I even start just because I rented an Airbnb right here. Like, I didn't know.
Yeah.
So
Sorry.
yeah.
That'd
Yeah.
be good.
No, I gotta see. I've never taken I'm sure St. Louis has a climbing gym too.
Oh yeah.
That's the other piece is I want to make sure I keep that fitness going too. Bring
Yeah.
my portable little hangboard at
Yeah.
the worst case.
Yeah. Nice, dude.
Mm-hmm. Well, you got anything else for the listener out there?
Not on this one. Get after it.
Yeah.
Hopefully your summers are fruitful in many, many aspects. But
yeah.
Looking forward to seeing everybody again.
Yeah. Read the rule book, especially those that are participating at ITCC, volunteer and competitor alike.
Yeah.
Again, if you're
Ask
on the
questions,
fence,
getting involved. Yeah. Do all those things.
yeah. If you're on the fence about going, go, volunteer, help. This will be a cool one to be a part of. In the States, it's pretty easy to get into, whether you drive or fly. Like it's a pretty easy spot to get into.
Yeah.
If you want to see really cool stuff that is probably getting debuted for the first time, that's from a climber's perspective, whether it's gear or techniques.
Yeah.
That's where you want to be. And yeah, everybody who's getting ready, keep getting ready, keep training, keep climbing, keep practicing, keep having fun, keep grinding, all that stuff. 7 weeks flies by far faster than we'd really kind of want it to. Well, we want it to go fast because we want to be there and do it. But
yeah.
I don't really want it to go so fast to where I don't remember anything else. So
yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff. Thanks to the sponsors. Again, I plugged Ron's got a new bag out. If you get a bag, so if we get you a Cross Pro bag, a new one, will Davey say you can't have it?
No, bags are totally fine.
Okay, perfect. I'll work on that. Work on that.
Sick.
Yeah, it's a pretty dope bag. I'm gonna do a post reviewing it But it's a lot of. I'm not the most organized person when it comes to that stuff. I love a
Yeah.
big haul bag, like always have. Just
Just
dump everything in, rip
yeah.
everything out.
Yep.
Um, but the upgrades that they made on the bag are cool, like the hip belt and the backpack straps being adjustable is nice.
The helmet
The
bag
the
part,
helmet bag
that
is
thing's
dope.
slick. Yeah.
It's the thing that
Way better than the old one.
yeah. So I got the last year. I got like a an early version of this, and I use that helmet bag far more than I use the other
Nice.
bag.
Cool.
Like for all sorts of different stuff. Like
Yeah.
especially when it comes to comp time,
Yeah.
a lot of like my climbing, like my competition specific trinkets and tools and stuff live in that helmet bag. So now I'm stoked that I have another one. Uh, and actually, here you go.
Yes.
This is the bag.
That thing's sick.
Yeah, adjustable here.
Nice.
Even the hip belt has a pocket in it there for your snacks now.
Snacks.
Oh yeah. The
Yeah, that thing's dope.
yeah, closures are a little bit different.
Yeah.
I'm not going to open up inside because everything that's on the inside is going to fall out. But the rope tarp that it comes with is pretty sick too, because it's
Huh.
got drawstrings on it. So you grab the drawstrings and just pull up, and the whole thing collapses in on
Beautiful.
itself.
Nice.
Which I don't know how much other people use rope tarps, but I I use them like crazy.
Yeah.
But then that helmet bag is yeah, helmet bag.
Heck yeah.
It actually has straps that pull out, so it can become like a little day bag.
Nice.
Um, yeah, can fit a helmet in there. The Protos without the face shield on it fits in there
Yeah.
nice. Mesh pockets. I don't know. It's cool.
Yeah.
A few different colors. Definitely a big upgrade.
Sweet.
But yeah, I'll work on getting one over to you.
I appreciate that. You don't have to, but I appreciate it.
Yeah. Um, yeah, it's I'll definitely have them at ITCC
Cool.
because they are nice to have for travel.
Yeah.
And I'm not planning on flying. So
Yeah, I'm driving out too.
yeah. So
It's easier. And I want to say it's less than 8, I think.
so it's a long drive for me.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. It's not
Well, if you want if you want to go north, then
yeah.
south and
Well,
west, we could
I
stop at the Sycamore.
yeah. I'll do the first. Yeah, I'll drive up into West Virginia because that's the way you go to get there. Is I
Yeah.
drive up into West Virginia, and
Yeah.
where I would go north up to you, I hang a left and just stay on 64 all the way through.
Yeah.
To be honest, I think what I'm probably going to try to do depends on if the fam travels with me or not. But I think what I'm going to try to do is land in Louisville and climb at Central.
Oh, sick. Yeah.
Like try to hit some training in my old training ground.
Yep.
And and then cruise, the other 2 hours to get over there. So,
Yeah. That'd be killer.
yeah. Gosh, I hope that hackberry's still standing. No one sent me anything about it. Like
Yeah.
it's cute. I still get pictures from people when they find my bells in the trees, which is also like, y'all go climb more and put the bells in different
Move them.
places, please. uh, but when like it had a really big tear out,
Yeah.
and they texted me about it. So
Dang.
it's just funny.
Yeah.
Funny.
Nice.
Cool. All right, man. Well, good doing this again. We got
For
to
sure.
hopefully life slows down enough to where we can get back in a good groove of recording again. But yeah, it's good chat, good processing through that. Way more fun talking about the rules with someone else. I gotta say, yeah.
Hopefully it's more entertaining too.
Yeah, it has to be. It has to be, man. Like, I have a hard time listening to those episodes. One, because I don't like hearing the sound of my own voice, but two, it's just like, oh, that was a freaking chore, man.
Yeah.
But then it also would have taken so much longer because we would have just been BSing.
For sure.
Every single one. Well, what do you think about how this rule is interpreted? So, yeah. There's barely any updates, and we spent 2 hours on this episode. Word.
Yeah,
all right.
buddy. All right, man.
Good,
Get some sleep. Yep.
Yeah.
Chat soon.
Later.
See ya.
All right, thanks everybody for listening. That's our latest episode of the Smooth Saw Podcast, talking about the rule book. Hopefully you find that helpful, not making it more confusing maybe than it already was to you. Thank you to Jason Deal for adding some clarification around some of those rules. Again, I just can't say it enough that, this organization is run by volunteers, by very, very, very passionate volunteers that work hard and think about this stuff to try to evolve what we're doing to try to make this whole this sport, this game we play, as awesome as it possibly can be. So I say that also to say, let's make sure we ask questions and be respectful when we're asking questions, so that way we get clarification and try to play our part in contributing to the evolution in whatever way we can. So we're not always going to be happy about every little thing that happens, and that's fine. It's it's not, nothing we do should be making the goal shouldn't be making the entire group happy. It's trying to make the sport, the game, better and evolve it in the best way possible. So these are the rules that we will be playing to in October at the 50th anniversary of the ITCC in St. Louis, Missouri. So again, please come out and volunteer. Please help make this event amazing. The event will already be amazing, but what will make it more amazing is if you, the listener, come out and participate. If you, the listener, if you're a climber, show up and climb your absolute best. If you're a volunteer, show up and volunteer your absolute best. If you're on the fence as to whether or not you should show up, show up. This is me calling you out. Like, don't think about it, be about it. Come out and volunteer at the event. 50th anniversary is not going to be one you want to miss. It's always, ITCC is the coolest thing in the world. And I wish in my first year of competing, I would have gone out to just volunteer and be a fly on the wall back in 2013. I didn't go and visit my first ITCC until 2017 when it was in Washington, D.C., and that was just to support my buddies that were throwing down. So show up. Now, if you're going to show up and volunteer, please register as a volunteer ahead of time. And the insurance and all that stuff needs you to be registered beforehand. So please do that. But come on out. St. Louis is a pretty cool town. Interesting town, but a cool town. Gateway to the Midwest. So has the arch. Definitely that touristy thing that you got to do. It's pretty neat going up in that elevator and taking in the view from the arch. So, but also again, let's all show up, climb hard, have fun, and get after it. With that, have a great night. Thanks again to our sponsors, Atmos Tree, Quran Vertical Living, our obsession. Big shout out to Fellowship for the tunes, and we just have a great deal of appreciation for all of you that are listening along, and hopefully this helps you have a better ITCC by us chatting through it. So thanks. Have a great night, great day, wherever you're listening to this, however you're listening to it. Get soaked, get out there, climb some trees, and ring some bells. Cheers.